Hey guys, it's Booty Jim here, and what better time to start talking about women's rights and feminism and all that good stuff than March. March 8th, this Saturday, is International Women's Day. There are events scheduled all around the world, almost nearly 50 countries, and of course we will be having a huge event here in New York. There will be an Anarchist Contingent. I'll be linking to both the official International Women's Day website and an Anarchist website where you can find out more information, where we'll be meeting, what we'll be doing, all that good stuff be in the sidebar. So I didn't really have anything planned. I'm going to be posting some videos that is basically around a talk given by Michael Parenti on feminism. I think he does a great job. I'm gonna have to piece it in because I think it's over an hour long, but he's gonna start out. He talks. What I like about Parenti is, one, he gives these issues historical context, which I think is so important in understanding, one, how these things developed. Like when we talk about oppression, one of the universal themes of oppression, whether people are oppressing women or people of a different color or race or religion, is that the oppressor almost universally tries to justify the oppression as being natural. So that's like a universal theme of oppression, that women are just naturally weak and therefore we have to do this, and there's always this justification. It's complete BS, okay? And Parenti talks to that, and I think he does a really good job of making these issues clear, I just obviously I use Parenti a lot in my videos because I think he does a really good job of taking complex issues and making them very clear to us. So I will be playing that talk by him, and in the future maybe I will get into some of the other feminist talks I have. We'll get into those. I just wanted to kind of speak in a general sense. I mean, women continue to struggle in this country and around the world. Like, for instance, think about this country for a minute. We live in a supposed meritocracy in which the value of your labor is represented by how much money you make. Someone tell me what could possibly be more valuable than the work women do, raising children. I mean, and yet this is unpaid work. Our society views the work women do as mothers as completely without value. And interesting, and and this, you're a bit like, consider what they're doing in Venezuela. All the bad stuff you hear about Hugo Chavez. He is putting single mothers on, not putting them on, he's providing them with a basic level of income just for being mothers. In this crazy capitalist society we live in, we send single mothers out to work for rich people, right? And then what happens to their kids? They're molested, they're abused, they're neglected. That has repercussions as a society. We can get into why they're single mothers and all that nonsense, but the fact is, women, the bulk of work women do in any society is unpaid, and it's horrible. Women continue to struggle and fight for their right to choose, to have control over their bodies. I mean, how basic is that? How quickly do you think these debates over abortion would stop if men had babies? It would stop like that, It is not about life, okay? It is about control and them having dominion over their own bodies, sovereignty over their bodies, okay? If you don't want an abortion, don't get one, okay? It's really that simple. There's a host of issues that women face. I mean, you go to a college, any college in this country, and you'll see I mean, the steps that have to be taken to prevent rapes and all these other, that tells you something about our society and how women are treated, how women are objectified and, you know, treated like pieces of meat. I mean, look here on YouTube. You know, one of the things I love about Grace Pop Pop Beat is she is one of the few anarcha-feminist voices here on YouTube. You know, and think about it. Most of the voices you hear are men talking about serious issues. There are women here on YouTube, but most of what I see women doing on YouTube is entertainment stuff, like Venetian Princess. There's a bunch of different ones. You guys have seen them. The women on YouTube that are talking about serious issues are relatively small. I mean, I can think of a handful of females that I know of compared to just this huge list of men. Why is that? I mean, that tells you something about our society. Go to these women's websites that do try to speak about important things, you know, and there's constant reference to their, you know, oh, you're sexy, you got nice tits, you know, this constant demeaning of who they are, you know. It's no wonder there aren't more women's voices on YouTube, you know, and YouTube aside, it says something about our society, because I know if I was a woman, I would be very hesitant. Not only is, you know, the stupid comments these moronic idiots leave, but, you know, then the very real possibility, you know, there's some pervert out there that's going to track you down. I mean, I don't know if you guys realize how scary it is for women in this society. I mean, people will talk, oh, it's so much worse in some other country. Who cares? I mean, you know, I care, but this is our country. You know, we could fix stuff here. You know, yeah, it may be bad over there, but we don't have a lot of influence in changing that. We can change stuff that's going on here. That's why, it's not because I hate America that I bring this stuff up. It's because this is where I live. You know, and I would like for women to be able to walk down the street at midnight without fear. To be able to go out to their car in a parking lot and not worry about some maniac wanting to rape them, okay? That's the kind of society I want to live in. That's why I don't concern myself so much with what's happening 15,000 miles away, 12,000 miles away. I'm concerned about what's going on in my neighborhood. Can the women in my neighborhood walk out to the street, walk down to the corner store, and not be in fear for their lives? And that's what feminism's about, you know? Treating women with dignity and respect. You know, it's that radical idea that women are people. And so, I'm going to be doing some videos on feminism. I look forward to your comments, because really, I guess, you know, we have this holy trinity of sorts, activists do. You know, there's race, there's class, and there's gender. And these are the three methods of exploitation and oppression. You know, and I've talked a lot about race. Obviously, I've talked a lot about class. I mean, that's my, you know, usually my main focus. But the other one is gender. And it's, you know, these three codependent forms of oppression that give rise to the society we're living in, and we need to destroy them. You know, women need to be treated as, you know, humans. We need to get past this ridiculous notion of race, and we need to destroy all class structures. Okay, so I'm going to be talking more about feminism in the future, and I'll be posting some videos, but I would encourage you all this Saturday, March 8th, to get involved in International Women's Day. We all have a woman to be grateful for. We call her Mom.